Hey, what's up guys? It's Billy Hauser. Just making a quick video on how to know whether or not you're investing in pay-per-click would be a good idea for your business. Now, this is one principle among many, but I'm just gonna kind of break two different business types into two different pieces and explain why one would be better for pay-per-click and the other might not be better for pay-per-click. So what I always like to do is compare the cost per click to the average customer value. And in case you guys aren't familiar, Google AdWords, which is when you do a Google search, the top section above the maps and above the organic section is the paid advertising section on Google. It comprises of 97% of Google's revenue on an annual basis. So this is really Google's bread and butter from a revenue perspective. Why are people spending so much money there? Billions of dollars a year, small businesses, big, large businesses, mid-size. It's because they're seeing a return from it in some way. And people wouldn't be investing money to get on the first page of Google if it wasn't making them money, right? We can all agree on that. Now, there does come a point where you need to understand, if you're a consultant or if you run multiple businesses, it's important for you to understand which niches or business types are actually good for pay-per-click or for Google Ads. What I like to do, like I said, is compare cost per click to the average customer value. Now, cost per click basically works like this. Every time someone clicks on a Google ad, a certain dollar amount is deducted from that advertiser's Google account. Now, this cost per click can be affected by the quality score of the ad. So what that basically means is so here's basically the formula for cost per click. Max bid times quality score equals ad placement. So, and this is a very simplified way of explaining it, but max bid times quality score equals ad placement. So let's compare a first place ad and a second place ad on Google. Let's say the first place ad, their max bid is $10, meaning that that's the maximum that they're willing to pay. Let's say the second place ad, their max bid is $20, right? Meaning that that advertiser in the second spot on Google will not pay above $20. Let's say that the first person's ad, the person in the first spot, their ad has a quality score of 10. That would be their max bid times 10 equals their ad placement. So 10 times 10, $10 times a quality score of 10 would equal 100. Then let's say the person behind it, like we said, is max bid is $20, but their quality score is only 4, meaning they have a low quality ad, which I can explain in a second. That would only give them an ad placement of 80, right? So it would just be 5 times 4. I'm sorry, 20 times 4. 20 times 4, right? Is 80. So the first place person on Google would be paying less per click because their ad is so high quality. They'd be paying less money per click than the person below them because of how low quality their ad is. So quality score has a very, very big effect on the effectiveness and cost effectiveness of a PPC campaign, a pay-per-click campaign, a Google ad campaign. Regardless, all things equal, let's say that every ad in our discussion has a quality score of 10, just to keep everything equal. Why does your average cost per click compared to your average customer value matter? Well, let's say that you're a remodeling company. You do kitchen remodels, and your average kitchen remodel grosses $40,000. And let's compare that to an appliance repair company where their average, appliance fix is, $200 to $300. Let's say that the average cost per click in the remodeling industry is $4 a click, and the average cost per click in the appliance repair niche is $2 per click. So remodeling clicks are 4 times or 2 times as high as the appliance repair clicks. But the average customer value is almost, a lot greater, right? I mean, like 80 times greater, right? Even more. Can you see how paying $2 per click for an appliance repair company would be less effective than paying $4 per click for a remodeling company? This is one of the greatest decision makers for a company in whether or not they should be investing a lot or a little in Google AdWords. I think every company should have a little bit in Google AdWords, but this should help a business owner understand how much they should dump into it. Now, there's different types of businesses, right? There's emergency businesses, and then there's research-based businesses. So what that means is some people, when they go to Google, they're in more of a research process. Like someone who's searching for remodeling contractors, they might be kind of shopping around a bit more than someone who's typing in mold removal, right? Because mold removal is more of an emergency. If you have mold in your house and you have kids in there, then it's an emergency to get it removed, which means that the person who clicks on your ad for mold removal is going to be a lot more likely to call you up, get you out there for an estimate, and hire you than someone who's considering getting their bathroom remodeled, which might be, a longer bidding process because they'll have 5 other contractors there and blah, 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 blah. So there is a trade-off, right? But I would still argue that comparing appliance repair to remodeling, you can still see, even with the multiple clicks it might require to get a customer in remodeling, you're still 80 times higher in an average customer value. And yes, there's going to be profits taken out and stuff like that. Let's say you're maybe only 30 times higher. Let's say you're 20 times higher. After all is said and done, even a bit lower than that, you're still way beyond the return that you would get investing in cost per click for an appliance repair company versus a remodeling company. So I hope that this kind of helps you PPC heads out there better understand which niches are good for PPC. And if you are actually in advertising sales for PPC, I hope that this helps you sell with more passion to the companies that are more fit for pay-per-click. All right, thanks.